is Star Wars Destiny, their newest Star Wars based game. This one is really interesting. It's a two-player card and dice game, and they're definitely marketing and and selling this game in this very similar style to Dice Masters. You have booster boxes and then the little packs which come with a few cards and a die and even look like come in like a gravity feed just like Dice
Same is
Masters.
it the same thing as in like this die is for Ray cards, this die is
Yes.
for Kylo Ren cards,
Yes.
and I'm saying this because well, from what I've seen, it seems Force Awakening is really the first.
Well, I'll get to that. So I'll get to that right now. But it is collectible. It's a collectible card game, and yes, that's one of the actually very interesting things. It actually has cards from all across. Although the demos that we were playing, and I believe the first two starter sets are Kylo Ren and Rey, and that's who we were playing as. There were also cards that had stuff from original trilogy. There was a Darth Maul card. So it looks like this is pretty non-specific, covering all the bases of Star Wars, which is cool. And makes sense for a collectible game to have a lot of these little packs and things.
Well, I know one of the things you and I have both said a lot. One of our biggest issues actually with Star Wars is when they actually don't cross
Yes.
it. Whether we agree or not, how good the movies were.
It's fun to see a little change of pace in these games than just the original trilogy.
The writing,
Always.
no matter what the writing is in the movie, it doesn't ruin that there was this character or this weapon or not.
Exactly. So the game, although it is marketed that way, it actually plays very differently from Dice Masters. In fact, I'd say it's much more straightforward.
Almost a little sad because if it did, then like, let's just combine them together.
Possibly.
But sorry to.
But it's you don't have nearly as many dice. Each character only has one or two dice, and then you can upgrade them and give them more, and you're not picking them randomly. It's when you tap or exhaust the character, you roll their dice, and those are now on the field. And it's not they don't represent people, they represent actions. So one die face might be shoot, one die might be get a resource, and you spend them and it goes back and forth, one action per player, and you're trying to just kill all the other players' characters. So like I had Kylo Ren and a Stormtrooper, my opponent was Rey and Finn, and it goes.
Of course, you were the.
I know, really. So it was pretty fun. I did like it. Like I said, it's very straightforward, easy to pick up.
From what you're telling me right now, one of the things I do like about it, because when I'm thinking of the Dice Masters game, honestly, I don't think I'm playing as Spider-Man, Captain America, or whoever. I honestly, I think a lot of times more is how do I get a lot of sidekicks out and just sort of.
Yes.
I guess maybe that's just me, but.
No, I definitely know what you mean. Like it doesn't you'll have four Nightcrawler dice, and it's like, well, what does that mean? Is Nightcrawler four people? It doesn't really make sense. This isn't like that, and it's like you'll have upgrade cards. So I have a lightsaber, and if I attach it to Kylo Ren, he gets an extra die, and and it has an ability, and I'm using his lightsaber.
And another thing that actually I really like that you brought up was your team. You were Kylo Ren and a Stormtrooper.
Right.
Because the Star Trek universe has a lot of things, and maybe just because
Star Wars.
Wow,
Important
Star Wars.
distinction.
I'm sorry, I'm very tired of it. But Star Wars has a diverse cast, not just of named characters, but of unnamed. Like I would want to have maybe a bounty hunter or maybe some of the beasts or creatures as cards as well.
Yeah, there's definitely tons of room for cool side characters like
And
that.
so, like seeing Darth, like you said, seeing Darth Maul, I think are all very good signs that they're using the Star Wars property, that's the word I'm looking for, to its full potential.
I think maybe this is a good testing ground for that, because if people don't like a card, they can easily just shove it under the rug.
It's very interesting, though, is that, this is coming from Fantasy Flight. All their other card games really been the living card game system.
That's right. This is definitely, I would say, a CCG, more in that vein. And also interesting to note, the two starter sets, you need two of them in order to play a two-player game. It is only two players. You buy one, and it's a deck of cards for one person. So you choose which character you
Honestly,
want.
I think that's fine.
They're $15 each.
Magic the Gathering, usually you buy a deck, and that's a one deck. So
Right.
to me, that's not really a.
But it is
a thing compared to
interesting,
Dice Masters.
just coming from Fantasy
Right.
Flight.
The one thing I am curious about is because in essence, while it is a CCG, it's dice and cards. So really, what I'm going to compare it to is just Dice Masters. This a lot of times with the CCG, I feel a lot of them can make or break if they can't find a way to stay with like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Pokemon. Those three are able to all get the fan base behind them to stay alive. because Magic alone just eats up everyone, and it's so hard to do more than one CCG. I mean, I think Fantasy Flight must know this with their LCGs. I mean, a lot of LCGs have fallen because everyone already plays Netrunner or Lord of the Rings or whatever.
I think Star Wars will give it that
that's
extra
the thing.
push.
And because there's only 2 Dice Masters, or 2 of them that really use dice and cards, I think, like this.
Yes, that
I can
also,
think of.
it does stand out gameplay-wise, although, of course, there are lots of similarities. It feels pretty different.
We got plenty more Gen Con news coming, so you better stay up to date at Roll4Crit at Twitter, as well as Facebook, Instagram, and just subscribing right here.
And, of course, you can find us on our very own website, roll4crit.com/GenCon2016 for all our videos, photos, and more. Stay tuned.